what I was going to say was, you often see these veneers and people have obviously looked at a color and gone, that'll work. And then you see them in person and their teeth are so white that even at nighttime you might need to wear sunglasses not to be blinded by the reflection. Is that reversible? And like, how does that conversation, again, completely unplanned question, but just you brought up veneers. How do you talk people off getting those ridiculous, well, my opinion, ridiculous. Some people might think they're great, but they're so white that it just looks unnatural.
Yes.
On veneers.
Do you want some?
No, I don't. But
after that, no,
not yet.
You don't want to be married to me.
You really should. Well,
I didn't want to say.
What I was going to say was, you often see these veneers, and people have obviously looked at a color and gone, that'll work. And then you see them in person, and their teeth are so white that even at nighttime you might need to wear sunglasses not to be blinded by the reflection. Is that reversible? And like, how does that conversation, again, completely unplanned question, but just you brought up veneers. How do you talk people off getting those ridiculous, well, my opinion, ridiculous. Some people might think they're great, but they're so white that it just looks unnatural.
Yes. Well, look, I think we've become so influenced by the US.
Yeah.
And they have actually made up their own shade, like it's an ingot shade. So we have shades like, you start A1, go all the way up to charts, and they've actually made their own shade, and people will ask for that. And I don't think I think maybe potentially I've done one, but that was a very long time ago, and the patient really wanted that, and it was back in the UK. But I think just to have enamel shade, like the shade of a normal enamel, but it's healthy white enamel, and the type of porcelain is probably really critical. So, you have to get really good quality feldspar porcelain that will reflect the light, because your teeth just look like teeth and translucent because the light bounces off them and reflects back, and that's what makes them look pretty.
Right.
So, and I think, the best idea is to do as much preparation as you can with the patient, that, you're going to remove as little of the tooth structure so that it's less invasive. But yeah, look, I mean, it looks ridiculous, doesn't it? But look, we've kind of gone that way where having aesthetic treatments and veneer treatments is kind of the new designer bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
The millennials, if you don't notice that it's being done, why do it?
Yeah, that's true.
They want to have that look.
Yeah.
Whereas an older person probably just wants to be a bit more discreet, make it look nice, make it look as best as it can. But I find that people do want to have that fake look. And I just think, well, you're probably not my fit, and go and see Mr. Dentist down the road. Thanks.
Well, I was going to say, it's the same as lips or, we'll come on to injectables in a sec, but do you have dentists who are known for that? And just like you have injectors who are known for that bolder look, if you want to put it that way.
Absolutely. Yes, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And look, if that's what you advertise and that's what you do, they will be the people you attract.
Yeah.
So then you continue doing that. So it's like that hamster wheel that you're on. You just continue. And look, who am I to judge what someone wants to do?
Thanks so much for watching the podcast clip. You can listen to the whole audio episode of the podcast on your favorite podcast app, on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And please also leave us a review on the podcast app.
If you like what we do, please smash the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified when we release new content.